But there's actually a moral to that story, though.
Okay, talk.
And as he was speaking, I thought about something that actually occurred yesterday to me.
Okay.
Without saying the name, there was a bookstore that had my books, right?
Right.
And I left it with them last year. Let's fast forward into the summer. I went to the respective mall and I noticed that the bookstore was closed. So I'm like, huh? So I hit them on Instagram back in July.
Right.
And they were like, oh, what's such and such going to follow up with you? Okay, well, it kind of went out of my head.
Right.
Yesterday, saw them come down my Instagram feed. So I'm like, oh, okay, hit her up. She calls me.
Right.
All right. And, within 30 seconds, her tone became aggressive because she was the owner. And bottom line is that I guess she took offense to, whomever, her coworker that didn't do what they needed to do.
Right.
I'm not going to say the victim, but I'm your customer.
Yeah, you're the client.
You moved and you didn't send no email, no nothing. So she starts snapping.
Right.
So normally when the energy shifts like that, I kind of stay. But she said something and a little, a word slipped out my mouth. Right. It wasn't of the B where
it wasn't
little
Jesus,
S came out. Right. And so she was like, "Oh, you cussing?" And I was just like, "Well, And I kept talking. I'm like, well, I'm going with your energy. And it shifted a while ago. And I tried to bring it back 2 or 3 times, but I could only go but so far. Anyway, let's fast forward. After a sentence or two, I get the F you and click, you hang up.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
Then you call me back like 2-3 minutes later. I guess now we're in a relationship now because you call me back to back.
Oh, it ain't over with.
And then and I didn't answer because I was like, okay, I don't want any more of the energy. She leaves on my voice.
You're trying to step away from the situation.
Yes. I'm like, and I sent her a text. I said, listen, my books are a donation to you. And if what I need you to do is take some of that money and go get some leadership training and some customer service training because clearly you don't even know how to communicate to a customer nor have accountability.
Right.
She calls and leaves on my voicemail talking about oh, well, you're only talking to me like that because I'm a black woman. And would you talk to Barnes and Nobles like that? And, that's what's wrong with you.
Barnes and Noble ain't close.
Hold on.
My merchandise.
Hello? They would have sent me an email.
Right.
But no, we won't even go into that. But then she goes into how that's what's wrong with y'all black men. You want a queen, but you're the one acting like a queen. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
So I sent her an email afterwards. I just explained her needing to take accountability, customer service. And I said,
absolutely.
As far as, me being a queen, first of all, my last name is King for a reason.
Come on now.
Okay.
And you're royalty.
And let me explain to you that, actually today it was 2 men on the phone because you came at me like a dude. So after a while, I came back at you like one. To your point, right? And so and I said normally I don't let my energy shift, but I did walk with you. And you know what? I apologize for letting that one cuss word slip out. But I went and I said, so the thing is that we both acted like men today, but only one of us was born as one. And if you want to be treated like a lady, you need to act like one. And you need to understand that feminine energy is actually more powerful in a conversation versus masculine. But you came at me with masculine energy, so you got a masculine man came back at you.
Right,
don't talk to me about no queen and king stuff. You didn't act like a queen.
But here's the thing, though. But here's the